Sahana Bahu to my tribe. This is your Divyaa Pandit. Okay, thank you so much for appreciating my work. Encourages me more to make more reels. Now, regarding my last video, where many people have commented that in the birth year video, where I have said which last digit of your birthday will determine your past life. The thing is that I cannot put everything in a video. Some things will be missing because the video gets too long and it's too difficult to then upload. Okay, so I have my limitations, not that I don't want to share, right? So here today I'm talking about karmic numbers. But before we go ahead with our video, please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon and share this video with your family and friends after you watch it. Now, what are karmic numbers? There are few date of births which are heavily karmic and they have a heavy past life and a heavy lesson to learn. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you around 3 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 date of births. Okay, I'm going to be sharing 5 date of births which are very important ones when it comes to past life karma. Okay, the first one I will be talking about is number 13. Now, you must have heard about I've seen a lot of content on number 13, number 14, number this, number that. But every date of birth which have very heavy past life karmas are connected to life lessons. What are the life lessons we need to learn? If we make those improvements in our life, there are a lot of changes that we can make in our life and we can have a better future. Okay, so the first one I'll talk about is number 13. Now let's talk a little about 13. Number 13, which comes to 4. Okay, now it is Sun. 1 is Sun, 3 is Jupiter, which makes it 4. Now what happens is when two very powerful planets come together, normally Jupiter doesn't have much enemies, but when two very powerful planets come together, the energy becomes very heavy, and to handle that energy you need more power, more wisdom, more knowledge. So number 13, the first karmic lesson is that you need to work on your wisdom. Number 13 are normally people who get into their insecurities a lot. They get into domination, they get into a cycle where tend to misuse their power, or they have misused their power in the past life, and now they feel very powerless in this lifetime. Okay, probably you still have the power and you're still misusing, then you have to change it immediately. Or you have misused your power in your past life majorly, and in this lifetime the lesson is not to misuse your power. What happens with them, there are a lot of unresolved issues because of number 4. Because the number comes to number 4, there are a lot of unresolved past life issue. There must be a karmic pattern coming from your father or your mother. There must be an ancestral karma that is very heavy and you need to change it. For example, there are suppose women in the family who are powerless and who need to empower themselves, become more independent. That kind of lessons number 13 will face, right? They have to realize that in this lifetime they need to have some patience, lots of patience, lots of challenges. Their life is not going to go smooth. Remember, their life is going to be full of ups and downs. Their life is never going to be smooth because they have to overcome all their past life karma, right? So the best thing in this lifetime, you have to gain wisdom. Okay, now wisdom comes from a guru. So the 13, which comes to 4, the best thing is to have more clarity of mind. And how do you have clarity of mind? By chanting Saraswati mantra. Okay, as much as you chant Saraswati mantra, as much as you read spiritual books, as much as you have a teacher, if suppose you're not into spirituality, then have a teacher which actually gives you clarity of mind. Work as much as you can with clarity. Do not get into a loop of the past karma which you had unsolved issues because you didn't have clarity at that time. This time you have to work on yourself, on your ego, on your clarity of wisdom, and you will see how smoothly your life will go. You won't go into the same cycle again. Okay, the second date of birth is 14. Now 14 comes to 5. It represents freedom. Okay, 14 number. In this lifetime, the lesson is responsibility. Probably in your past life, you did not take much responsibility. In your past life, you were a little, you had destructive habits. Like number 5, they have a habit of jumping here and there. Okay, they're not consistent at one thing. If they will do something, they will do everything. And that is where you are jack of all trades and master of none. Okay, so number 5, the lesson is reckless behavior. You cannot say I will not take responsibility or I'll do what I want, I don't listen to anybody. That is exactly what you've done in your past life. Okay, and this lifetime, the lesson is that you need to take responsibility. You need to strike a balance. Balance is the key. Number 5 people, you have addictive behaviors. You go into the same loop again and again. I knew a number 5 who could not get over his past relationship and kept going back to it, and he never moved forward in life. So the lesson is that you need to come out of your addictive behavior and falling into self-destruction. So self-destruction which you have made in your past life, you're carrying it forward now. That is a very big lesson. And to come out of any cycle that you're going round and round and round, you need focus and balance. Balance is the key. What do you need to balance? You need to balance your home life, your social circle, and your work life, which you didn't in your past life, and that is why you are in circles. Right, number 5. Okay, now we'll talk about number 16. Number 16 people, they are extremely intuitive people. Number 16, which comes to 7. Okay, 1 and 6, which is Venus and Sun, according to numerology. Well, when Venus and Sun come together, it's not a very fantastic combination, let me tell you. Why? Because it brings a lot of ego. Okay, first it brings a lot of ego. The experiences of life are not very good. You see, number 16 people are very knowledgeable, very smart, very sharp, but one thing they are very bad at, they're very bad at their relationship. They always suffer in their relationships. Their past life karma is that they never sustain long-term relationships. And in this lifetime, they have to learn to let go of their childhood issues, their past relationship problems. If you had gone through a very big trauma in life, see, whatever you have gone through in this lifetime is a result of your past life. Not sustaining a relationship, not giving proper commitment, and leaving and running away your relationships. So this lifetime, you will have a tough time maintaining your long-term relationship. If you're married, you'll have a tough time. If you're in a committed relation, you'll have a tough time, and so on. So there is a lot of tough time in this lifetime, and the lesson is to be committed and let go of all your childhood issues so that you maintain and do not project your trauma on your partner. So letting go is the key. Spiritual growth is the key. As they're very intuitive, they need to learn more spiritual courses or do chanting or get into spirituality a lot. That will really help them to let go and heal their past life karma. Okay, so the next date of birth is number 19. Number 19 is one date of birth which is very brave actually, because it is Mangal and Surya together. So number 19, you all are very brave people. You're very courageous people. But in the past life, you were head of some authority and you abused the power. Probably you were so ambitious that you did not care about anyone but yourself and your ambitions. So in this lifetime, again, you will be put in authority and you will be tested whether you are compassionate enough to think about other people or no. Number 19, there's a lot of karma attached to your money. Okay, so in this lifetime, what you need to do, you will get into again and again same pattern with money and relationships. You need to do a lot of work that is more free work, like donations or visiting a orphanage. Okay, lot of donations with expecting nothing in return. Okay, lot of forgiveness towards your past life karma. Okay, in Durga Saptashadi, there is a forgiveness. If you are religious people, you believe in Durga Ma. In there is a forgiveness prayer. You can say that. Or you can just do Ho'oponopono. Thank you, I love you, please forgive me and sorry towards all my past life karmas. Do it every day. Make it a practice of every day. That will really help you let go of all your karmic problems, especially towards money and authority. Okay. So the next date of birth I will talk about is 26. 26, that comes to 8. See, number 26 people, I'll say money will never be an issue with them because they are an H number, and for 8 number, money is never a problem because Shani is money. Okay. So number 8 people, the thing is that your calling is mostly becoming a philanthropist, compassion, working together in partnership with people, keeping patience, doing a lot for others. Even in your family, you will see you are only doing for others more than yourself. Okay, but that is your calling. Okay, see, number 26, always I believe that wherever there is a date of birth 26, there is always a separation or death. You will see parents either will be separated or you will get separated, or if you are married, your husband or wife will be in some other city, you'll be in some other city, or parents were separated like that, or you will be separated from your brother sisters, or some separation and death revolves around 26 number. Okay, that is why it is a very heavy karmic number. 26 people need to let go of their selfishness. They have to do sacrifice in this lifetime. That is the only way they can come out of this karmic cycle. Okay, they need to strike their balance between their work life and their relationships, be it their family, be it their partner, be it their friend circle. There's always a degree of sacrifice they have to make and show a lot of compassion towards others, but at the same time they cannot forget compassion towards themselves. So the perfect balance of emotions is needed over here, which is a very difficult job for 26 number because they love doing for other people. And you will see they will fall also into such situations where in a family they have to do more than what other people are doing. In work, they will have to do more than what other people are doing. So yes, it's a difficult journey for 26 number, but yes, sacrifice is the key to their something they have to sacrifice in their life, and they should do it happily. Like the card, if you've seen in tarot, there's a card called Hanged Man. Okay, that's a Greek god, and he's upside down smilingly. So whatever you do in your life, you have to smile. And remember, number 26, don't forget to be compassionate towards yourself and also prioritize yourself. So balancing both is the key to come out of your karmic cycle. So these were the 5 date of births, okay, which I wanted to mention. After I made that video, I thought I'll make this one so that I can share more about it. Coming up with more videos. I hope you will like it. Please comment if whatever I've said is true and resonates with you, and email me for paid appointments only. That's all for today. Goodbye. God bless. Hari Om Tat Sat.